Understanding bedroom requests. Why your husband wants you to try new things. Written and copyright by A. Castor. Chapter 8. Addressing Discomfort and Conflict. Introduction. Discomfort and conflict are natural aspects of any intimate relationship, especially when exploring new sexual experiences or differing desires. Addressing these issues effectively is crucial for maintaining a healthy and fulfilling relationship. This chapter provides strategies for managing discomfort, addressing concerns, dealing with conflicts that arise from differing desires, and seeking professional help if necessary. By understanding and addressing these challenges, couples can strengthen their bond and create a more harmonious and satisfying relationship. Managing discomfort and addressing concerns. 1. Acknowledging discomfort. Self-awareness. Recognize and acknowledge your own feelings of discomfort. Understand that it is okay to feel uneasy about certain sexual activities or requests. Open communication. Encourage open and honest communication about discomfort with your partner. Share your feelings without fear of judgment. 2. Expressing concerns. Clear and direct communication. Express your concerns clearly and directly. Use I statements to convey your feelings without blaming your partner. Example: I feel uncomfortable when we try this because. Timing and tone. Choose an appropriate time and use a calm, respectful tone to discuss concerns. Avoid discussing sensitive issues during heated moments. 3. Listening and understanding. Active listening. Listen actively to your partner's concerns and discomforts. Show empathy and understanding towards their feelings. Validation. Validate your partner's feelings by acknowledging their discomfort and showing that you understand their perspective. 4. Finding solutions together. Collaborative approach. Work together to find solutions that address both partners' concerns. Be willing to compromise and make adjustments. Safe words and signals. Establish safe words or signals to use during sexual activities to indicate discomfort and the need to stop or pause. Dealing with conflicts that arise from differing desires. 1. Understanding differing desires. Open dialogue. Have open and honest conversations about each partner's desires and fantasies. Understand that it is natural to have different preferences. Respect differences. Respect each other's differences and avoid making judgments or criticisms. 2. Negotiation and compromise. Mutual agreement. Negotiate and find mutually agreeable solutions. Compromise where possible without compromising personal boundaries. Setting limits. Clearly define what activities are acceptable and which are off limits. Ensure both partners agree and respect these limits. 3. Managing expectations. Realistic expectations. Set realistic expectations about what each partner is willing to do. Avoid pressuring your partner into activities they are uncomfortable with. Patience and understanding. Be patient and understanding. Allow time for each partner to become comfortable with new activities. 4. Conflict resolution strategies. Calm discussions. Discuss conflicts calmly and respectfully. Avoid raising voices or using hurtful language. Seek compromise. Look for win-win solutions where both partners feel their needs are addressed. Seeking professional help if needed. 1. Recognizing the need for help. Persistent issues. Recognize when conflicts or discomfort persist despite efforts to resolve them. Persistent issues may require professional intervention. Impact on relationship. If sexual issues significantly impact the overall relationship, consider seeking help. 2. Types of professional help. Sex therapists. Sex therapists specialize in addressing sexual issues and can provide valuable insights and strategies. Couples counselors. Couples counselors can help address broader relationship issues that may affect sexual intimacy. Support groups. Joining support groups can provide additional perspectives and support from others facing similar challenges. 3. Benefits of professional help. Objective perspective. Professionals offer an objective perspective and can identify underlying issues that may not be apparent. Tailored strategies. They provide tailored strategies and techniques to address specific concerns and improve the sexual relationship. Improved communication. Professional help can enhance communication skills, fostering a healthier and more fulfilling relationship. Conclusion. Addressing discomfort and conflict in a sexual relationship is essential for maintaining harmony and mutual satisfaction. By managing discomfort, addressing concerns, dealing with differing desires, and seeking professional help when needed, couples can navigate challenges effectively and strengthen their bond. This chapter equips readers with practical strategies to address these issues, fostering a healthier and more satisfying sexual relationship. Acknowledging discomfort. Introduction. Acknowledging discomfort in intimate relationships is crucial for maintaining mutual respect, trust, and a healthy dynamic. Recognizing and addressing feelings of unease ensures that both partners feel safe and valued, fostering a supportive environment where open communication can thrive. By practicing self-awareness and encouraging honest dialogue, couples can navigate discomfort with empathy and understanding, leading to a more satisfying and respectful relationship. This guide explores the importance of acknowledging discomfort, offering practical strategies for self-awareness and open communication. Self-awareness. Recognize and acknowledge your own feelings of discomfort. Understand that it is okay to feel uneasy about certain sexual activities or requests. Self-awareness helps you understand your boundaries and communicate them effectively to your partner. 1. Identify your feelings. Why it matters. Understanding your emotions is the first step in recognizing what makes you uncomfortable and why. How to implement. Take time to reflect on your feelings and identify specific activities or situations that cause discomfort. For example, I feel uneasy when we try this particular activity. I need to understand why. 2. Accept your discomfort. Why it matters. Accepting that discomfort is a normal part of exploring intimacy helps reduce feelings of guilt or shame. How to implement. Remind yourself that it is okay to feel uncomfortable and that your feelings are valid. For example, it's normal to have boundaries and it's okay to express them. 3. Understand your boundaries. Why it matters. Knowing your boundaries helps you communicate them clearly to your partner, ensuring mutual respect. How to implement. Reflect on past experiences and consider what activities you are and are not comfortable with. For example, I am comfortable with these activities, but I feel uneasy about trying this. 4. Be honest with yourself. Why it matters. Being honest with yourself about your discomfort allows you to address it effectively and authentically. How to implement. Acknowledge your true feelings without downplaying or dismissing them. For example, I need to be honest with myself about why this makes me uncomfortable. 5. Prepare to communicate. Why it matters. Preparing to discuss your discomfort ensures that you can express your feelings clearly and confidently. How to implement. Think about how to articulate your feelings and what you want to communicate to your partner. For example, I want to explain why this makes me uncomfortable and discuss alternative activities. Open communication. Encourage open and honest communication about discomfort with your partner. Sharing your feelings without fear of judgment fosters trust and understanding, ensuring that both partners feel respected and valued. 1. Choose the right time. Why it matters. Discussing sensitive topics in a calm and private setting ensures that both partners can focus and engage fully. How to implement. Find a quiet, private time to talk, free from distractions. For example, can we talk about something important when we have some quiet time alone tonight? 2. Express your feelings clearly. Why it matters. Clear communication helps your partner understand your feelings and boundaries without confusion. How to implement. Use I statements to express your feelings and avoid placing blame. For example, I feel uncomfortable when we try this activity because it makes me feel vulnerable. 3. Listen actively. Why it matters. Active listening shows that you value your partner's perspective and fosters mutual understanding. How to implement. Listen to your partner's response without interrupting and show empathy. For example, I appreciate you listening to my feelings. How do you feel about this? 4. Discuss alternatives. Why it matters. Exploring alternative activities ensures that both partners feel comfortable and respected while maintaining intimacy. How to implement. Suggest other activities that you are comfortable with and ask for your partner's input. For example, I'm not comfortable with this, but I would like to try this other activity instead. What do you think? 5. Reassure and validate. Why it matters. Reassurance and validation help both partners feel supported and understood, reinforcing trust and connection. How to implement. Reassure your partner that their feelings are important and valid, and express gratitude for their openness. For example, thank you for understanding. Your feelings are important to me, and I appreciate you respecting my boundaries. Practical steps for acknowledging discomfort. 1. Identify your feelings. Reflect on your emotions and identify specific causes of discomfort. Understand why certain activities make you uneasy. 2. Accept your discomfort. Remind yourself that discomfort is normal and your feelings are valid. Reduce feelings of guilt or shame about your boundaries. 3. Understand your boundaries. Reflect on past experiences to define your comfort levels. Know what activities you are and are not comfortable with. 4. Be honest with yourself. Acknowledge your true feelings without downplaying them. Address your discomfort authentically. 5. Prepare to communicate. Think about how to articulate your feelings clearly. Prepare to discuss your discomfort confidently. 6. Choose the right time. Find a quiet, private time to talk without distractions. Ensure both partners can focus fully on the conversation. 7. Express your feelings clearly. Use I statements to express your feelings without placing blame. Communicate your boundaries clearly. 8. Listen actively. Listen to your partner's response without interrupting. Show empathy and understanding. 9. Discuss alternatives. Suggest alternative activities that you are comfortable with. Ask for your partner's input on alternatives. 10. Reassure and validate. Reassure your partner that their feelings are important and valid. Express gratitude for their understanding and openness. By practicing self-awareness and encouraging open communication, couples can effectively acknowledge and address discomfort, fostering a respectful and supportive intimate relationship. This approach ensures that both partners feel valued, understood, and comfortable, promoting a healthy and fulfilling connection. Expressing concerns. Introduction. Expressing concerns in an intimate relationship is crucial for maintaining mutual respect, trust, and emotional safety. Clear and direct communication helps partners understand each other's feelings and boundaries, preventing misunderstandings and fostering a supportive environment. By choosing the right timing and tone, couples can discuss sensitive issues more effectively, ensuring that both partners feel heard and respected. This guide explores the importance of expressing concerns with clear and direct communication, offering practical strategies for effective dialogue. Clear and direct communication. Express your concerns clearly and directly. Using I statements to convey your feelings without blaming your partner fosters mutual understanding and respect. 1. Use I statements. Why it matters. I statements focus on your feelings and experiences, reducing the likelihood of your partner feeling blamed or defensive. How to implement. Begin your sentences with I feel or I am to center the conversation on your perspective. For example, I feel uncomfortable when we try this because it makes me feel vulnerable. 2. Be specific. Why it matters. Being specific about your concerns helps your partner understand exactly what is troubling you, making it easier to address the issue. How to implement. Clearly describe the behavior or situation that is causing discomfort. For example, I feel uneasy when we rush through foreplay because I need more time to feel fully engaged. 3. Express your feelings. Why it matters. Sharing your emotions helps your partner understand the impact of the issue on your well-being, fostering empathy and connection. How to implement. Communicate how the situation affects you emotionally. For example, I feel anxious and disconnected when we don't spend enough time talking before being intimate. 4. Avoid blame. Why it matters. Avoiding blame prevents defensiveness and keeps the conversation constructive. How to implement. Focus on your feelings and avoid making accusatory statements. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," say, "I feel unheard when my concerns are not acknowledged." 5. Seek understanding. Why it matters. Seeking understanding encourages a collaborative approach to resolving concerns, fostering mutual respect and support. How to implement. Ask open-ended questions to invite your partner to share their perspective. For example, "Can you help me understand how you feel about this?" Timing and tone. Choosing an appropriate time and using a calm, respectful tone to discuss concerns ensures that sensitive issues are addressed effectively. Avoid discussing sensitive issues during heated moments to maintain a productive dialogue. 1. Choose an appropriate time. Why it matters. Discussing concerns when both partners are calm and focused increases the likelihood of a productive conversation. How to implement. Select a time when you both can talk without interruptions or distractions. For example, "Can we talk about something important after dinner when we have some quiet time?" 2. Maintain a calm tone. Why it matters. A calm tone helps keep the conversation respectful and prevents escalation. How to implement. Take deep breaths and focus on maintaining a steady, calm voice. For example, "I'd like to discuss something that's been on my mind, and I hope we can talk about it calmly." 3. Use respectful language. Why it matters. Respectful language fosters a positive and supportive environment, making it easier to address concerns. How to implement. Avoid derogatory or dismissive language. Use phrases that show respect and consideration. For example, "I respect your feelings and want to understand your perspective on this." 4. Avoid discussing sensitive issues during heated moments. Why it matters. Discussing concerns during heated moments can lead to arguments and further misunderstandings. How to implement. If a conversation becomes heated, agree to take a break and revisit the issue later. For example, "I think we're both feeling upset right now. Can we take a break and discuss this when we're calmer?" 5. Show empathy. Why it matters. Showing empathy helps your partner feel understood and valued, fostering a supportive and collaborative atmosphere. How to implement. Acknowledge your partner's feelings and express empathy. For example, "I can see that this is important to you, and I want to find a solution that works for both of us." Practical steps for expressing concerns. 1. Use I statements. Begin sentences with "I feel" or "I am" to focus on your perspective. Reduce the likelihood of your partner feeling blamed or defensive. 2. Be specific. Clearly describe the behavior or situation causing discomfort. Help your partner understand exactly what is troubling you. 3. Express your feelings. Communicate how the situation affects you emotionally. Foster empathy and connection by sharing your emotions. 4. Avoid blame. Focus on your feelings and avoid making accusatory statements. Keep the conversation constructive and prevent defensiveness. 5. Seek understanding. Ask open-ended questions to invite your partner to share their perspective. Foster mutual respect and support by seeking understanding. 6. Choose an appropriate time. Select a time when you both can talk without interruptions or distractions. Increase the likelihood of a productive conversation. 7. Maintain a calm tone. Take deep breaths and focus on maintaining a steady, calm voice. Prevent escalation and keep the conversation respectful. 8. Use respectful language. Avoid derogatory or dismissive language. Show respect and consideration with your words. 9. Avoid discussing sensitive issues during heated moments. Agree to take a break if a conversation becomes heated. Revisit the issue later when both partners are calmer. 10. Show empathy. Acknowledge your partner's feelings and express empathy. Foster a supportive and collaborative atmosphere. By expressing concerns with clear and direct communication and choosing the right timing and tone, couples can address sensitive issues effectively and maintain a respectful and supportive relationship. This approach ensures that both partners feel heard, valued, and understood, promoting a healthy and fulfilling connection. Listening and understanding. Introduction. Listening and understanding are foundational elements of a strong and healthy intimate relationship. By actively listening to your partner's concerns and discomforts, you show empathy and create an environment of trust and respect. Validation of your partner's feelings further reinforces their sense of being valued and understood. This guide explores the importance of active listening and validation, offering practical strategies for improving communication and deepening emotional connection. Active listening. Listen actively to your partner's concerns and discomforts. Show empathy and understanding towards their feelings. Active listening involves fully engaging with your partner's words, emotions, and nonverbal cues to build a deeper connection and foster mutual respect. 1. Give full attention. Why it matters. Giving your full attention shows your partner that you value their words and feelings, creating a sense of importance and respect. How to implement. Put away distractions, make eye contact, and focus entirely on your partner when they are speaking. For example, let's sit down and talk. I want to give you my full attention. 2. Use nonverbal cues. Why it matters. Nonverbal cues such as nodding, maintaining eye contact, and appropriate facial expressions show that you are engaged and understanding. How to implement. Nod, smile, and use other nonverbal gestures to show you are listening. For example, I'm nodding and making eye contact to show that I'm fully engaged in what you're saying. 3. Reflect and paraphrase. Why it matters. Reflecting and paraphrasing what your partner says demonstrates that you are actively processing their words and helps clarify understanding. How to implement. Repeat back what you heard in your own words to confirm understanding. For example, so you're saying that you feel uncomfortable when we try that because it makes you feel vulnerable. Is that correct? 4. Avoid interrupting. Why it matters. Interrupting can make your partner feel unheard and disrespected. Allowing them to speak without interruption shows patience and respect. How to implement. Let your partner finish their thoughts before responding. For example, I'm listening, and I'll wait until you're done to share my thoughts. 5. Ask open-ended questions. Why it matters. Open-ended questions encourage your partner to express themselves more fully, providing a deeper understanding of their feelings and concerns. How to implement. Ask questions that require more than a yes or no answer to explore their feelings further. For example, can you tell me more about why that makes you feel uncomfortable? Validation. Validate your partner's feelings by acknowledging their discomfort and showing that you understand their perspective. Validation reinforces their sense of being valued and respected, fostering a supportive and empathetic environment. 1. Acknowledge their feelings. Why it matters. Acknowledging your partner's feelings shows that you recognize and respect their emotions, which is crucial for building trust. How to implement. Use statements that reflect your partner's feelings and show understanding. For example, I can see that this is really upsetting for you, and I understand why you feel this way. 2. Show empathy. Why it matters. Empathy involves putting yourself in your partner's shoes, demonstrating that you genuinely care about their emotional experience. How to implement. Express empathy through your words and actions. For example, I understand that this is difficult for you. I'm here to support you and work through this together. 3. Avoid judgment. Why it matters. Avoiding judgment helps create a safe space for open communication, where your partner feels free to express their true feelings. How to implement. Refrain from criticizing or dismissing your partner's feelings. For example, your feelings are valid, and I respect your perspective even if it's different from mine. 4. Provide reassurance. Why it matters. Reassurance helps your partner feel supported and valued, reinforcing their importance in the relationship. How to implement. Offer comforting words and actions that show you are there for them. For example, I'm here for you, and we'll get through this together. 5. Express appreciation. Why it matters. Expressing appreciation for your partner's openness fosters a positive and supportive environment. How to implement. Thank your partner for sharing their feelings and being honest. For example, thank you for sharing your feelings with me. I appreciate your honesty and trust. Practical steps for listening and understanding. 1. Give full attention. Put away distractions and focus entirely on your partner. Make eye contact and show that you value their words. 2. Use nonverbal cues. Nod, smile, and use appropriate facial expressions. Show engagement and understanding through your body language. 3. Reflect and paraphrase. Repeat back what you heard in your own words to confirm understanding. Clarify any points to ensure you fully understand their perspective. 4. Avoid interrupting. Allow your partner to finish their thoughts before responding. Show patience and respect by not interrupting. 5. Ask open-ended questions. Encourage your partner to express themselves more fully. Explore their feelings and concerns with open-ended questions. 6. Acknowledge their feelings. Use statements that reflect and acknowledge your partner's feelings. Show that you recognize and respect their emotions. 7. Show empathy. Express empathy through your words and actions. Demonstrate genuine care for their emotional experience. 8. Avoid judgment. Refrain from criticizing or dismissing your partner's feelings. Create a safe space for open communication. 9. Provide reassurance. Offer comforting words and actions to show support. Reinforce your commitment to working through issues together. 10. Express appreciation. Thank your partner for their honesty and openness. Foster a positive and supportive environment by expressing appreciation. By practicing active listening and validating your partner's feelings, you can build a deeper emotional connection and foster a supportive, respectful, and empathetic relationship. This approach ensures that both partners feel heard, valued, and understood, promoting a healthy and fulfilling intimate connection. Finding solutions together. Introduction in an intimate relationship. Addressing concerns and finding solutions collaboratively is essential for maintaining mutual respect, trust, and satisfaction. By working together to find solutions that address both partners' concerns, couples can create a more harmonious and fulfilling relationship. This guide explores the importance of a collaborative approach and the use of safe words and signals, offering practical strategies for finding solutions together and ensuring a safe and supportive environment. Collaborative approach. Work together to find solutions that address both partners' concerns. Be willing to compromise and make adjustments. A collaborative approach fosters mutual respect, understanding, and partnership. 1. Identify the issues together. Why it matters. Identifying the issues collaboratively ensures that both partners' concerns are acknowledged and addressed. How to implement. Discuss and list the concerns that need to be addressed. For example, let's talk about the specific issues we're both facing and make a list so we can work on them together. 2. Brainstorm solutions. Why it matters. Brainstorming solutions together encourages creativity and ensures that both partners have input in finding resolutions. How to implement. Sit down together and brainstorm possible solutions to each issue. For example, let's brainstorm some ideas on how we can make our intimate time more comfortable for both of us. 3. Be willing to compromise. Why it matters. Compromise is essential for finding solutions that work for both partners, fostering a sense of partnership and fairness. How to implement. Be open to making adjustments and finding middle ground. For example, I'm willing to try this if you're comfortable with making these changes. Can we find a middle ground? 4. Set clear goals. Why it matters. Setting clear goals ensures that both partners know what they are working towards and can track progress. How to implement. Define specific, achievable goals for each solution. For example, our goal is to spend more time on foreplay to ensure we're both comfortable and engaged. 5. Evaluate and adjust. Why it matters. Regularly evaluating and adjusting solutions ensures that they remain effective and relevant as the relationship evolves. How to implement. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss the effectiveness of the solutions and make necessary adjustments. For example, let's check in next week to see how these changes are working for us and make any needed adjustments. Safe words and signals. Establish safe words or signals to use during sexual activities to indicate discomfort and the need to stop or pause. Safe words and signals ensure that both partners feel safe and respected, fostering trust and communication. 1. Choose clear and distinct safe words. Why it matters. Clear and distinct safe words ensure that both partners can easily recognize and understand them during intimate moments. How to implement. Choose simple, easily recognizable words that are unlikely to be confused with regular conversation. For example, let's use red to stop and yellow to pause if either of us feels uncomfortable. 2. Practice using safe words. Why it matters. Practicing the use of safe words helps both partners become comfortable with them, ensuring they can be used effectively when needed. How to implement. Practice using safe words in non-intimate settings to get used to them. For example, let's practice saying our safe words in a normal conversation so we're comfortable using them. 3. Agree on nonverbal signals. Why it matters. Nonverbal signals are useful in situations where speaking might not be possible or practical, ensuring continuous communication. How to implement. Agree on simple, clear nonverbal signals, such as a hand gesture, to indicate discomfort. For example, if I tap your arm twice, it means I need to pause. Let's use this as our signal. 4. Respect safe words and signals immediately. Why it matters. Respecting safe words and signals immediately ensures that both partners feel safe and respected, reinforcing trust. How to implement. Stop or pause the activity immediately when a safe word or signal is used, and check in with your partner. For example, you said red, so let's stop and talk about what you need right now. 5. Regularly reassess safe words and signals. Why it matters. Regularly reassessing safe words and signals ensures they remain effective and appropriate for both partners. How to implement. Discuss and update your safe words and signals regularly to ensure they meet both partners' needs. For example, let's revisit our safe words and signals to make sure they're still working well for us. Practical steps for finding solutions together. 1. Identify the issues together. Discuss and list the concerns that need to be addressed. Ensure both partners' concerns are acknowledged. 2. Brainstorm solutions. Sit down together and brainstorm possible solutions to each issue. Encourage creativity and input from both partners. 3. Be willing to compromise. Be open to making adjustments and finding middle ground. Foster a sense of partnership and fairness. 4. Set clear goals. Define specific, achievable goals for each solution. Ensure both partners know what they are working towards. 5. Evaluate and adjust. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss the effectiveness of the solutions. Make necessary adjustments to keep solutions effective and relevant. 6. Choose clear and distinct safe words. Select simple, easily recognizable words for safe words. Ensure they are unlikely to be confused with regular conversation. 7. Practice using safe words. Practice using safe words in non-intimate settings. Ensure both partners are comfortable using them. 8. Agree on nonverbal signals. Choose simple, clear nonverbal signals for indicating discomfort. Ensure continuous communication even without speaking. 9. Respect safe words and signals immediately. Stop or pause the activity immediately when a safe word or signal is used. Check in with your partner to address their needs. 10. Regularly reassess safe words and signals. Discuss and update safe words and signals regularly. Ensure they remain effective and appropriate for both partners. By adopting a collaborative approach and using safe words and signals, couples can find solutions together that address both partners' concerns. This approach fosters mutual respect, trust, and understanding, ensuring a safe and supportive environment for a fulfilling and healthy intimate relationship. Understanding differing desires. Introduction in intimate relationships. It is natural for partners to have differing desires and fantasies. Understanding and respecting these differences is essential for maintaining a healthy, supportive, and fulfilling relationship. Open dialogue about each partner's preferences and a respectful approach to differences can help create a safe and accepting environment where both partners feel valued and understood. This guide explores the importance of understanding differing desires, offering practical strategies for open dialogue and respecting differences. Open dialogue. Have open and honest conversations about each partner's desires and fantasies. Understand that it is natural to have different preferences. Open dialogue fosters mutual understanding and trust, allowing both partners to express their needs and desires freely. 1. Create a safe space for discussion. Why it matters. A safe and non-judgmental environment encourages honesty and openness, making it easier to discuss intimate desires and fantasies. How to implement. Choose a comfortable, private setting for these conversations, ensuring both partners feel relaxed and safe. For example, let's sit down somewhere quiet and private to talk about our desires. 2. Encourage honest expression. Why it matters. Honest expression of desires helps both partners understand each other's needs and preferences, fostering mutual respect. How to implement. Encourage each other to share thoughts and fantasies without fear of judgment. For example, I want you to feel comfortable sharing your fantasies with me. I promise to listen without judgment. 3. Ask open-ended questions. Why it matters. Open-ended questions encourage a deeper exploration of each other's desires and fantasies, leading to a better understanding. How to implement. Use questions that require more than a yes or no answer to delve deeper into your partner's preferences. For example, what are some fantasies you've thought about but haven't shared with me yet? 4. Listen actively. Why it matters. Active listening shows that you value your partner's feelings and perspectives, fostering a sense of connection and empathy. How to implement. Give your full attention, make eye contact, and respond thoughtfully to your partner's disclosures. For example, I'm listening carefully to what you're sharing and want to understand your desires better. 5. Share your own desires. Why it matters. Sharing your own desires helps create a balanced dialogue and shows that you are also willing to be vulnerable and open. How to implement. Be honest about your own fantasies and preferences, creating an environment of mutual sharing. For example, I'd like to share some of my own fantasies with you too. Let's talk about what excites us both. Respect differences. Respect each other's differences and avoid making judgments or criticisms. Respecting differences fosters a supportive and accepting environment, enhancing the emotional bond and trust between partners. 1. Acknowledge and validate feelings. Why it matters. Acknowledging and validating your partner's feelings shows that you respect their perspective, even if it differs from your own. How to implement. Use affirming statements to acknowledge your partner's feelings. For example, I understand that this is something important to you, and I respect your feelings. 2. Avoid judgments and criticisms. Why it matters. Avoiding judgments and criticisms helps maintain a positive and supportive dialogue, fostering trust and respect. How to implement. Focus on understanding rather than judging or criticizing your partner's desires. For example, I may not share the same fantasy, but I respect that it's something meaningful to you. 3. Find common ground. Why it matters. Finding common ground helps create shared experiences that both partners can enjoy, strengthening the emotional and physical connection. How to implement. Look for areas of overlap in your desires and fantasies and explore them together. For example, let's find some fantasies that we both enjoy and can explore together. 4. Be open to compromise. Why it matters. Compromise is essential for balancing differing desires and ensuring that both partners feel satisfied and respected. How to implement. Be willing to make adjustments and find middle ground that accommodates both partners' preferences. For example, I'm open to trying this aspect of your fantasy if we can also include something that excites me. 5. Revisit the conversation regularly. Why it matters. Regularly revisiting the conversation ensures that both partners' desires and boundaries are respected and understood as they evolve. How to implement. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss any changes in desires or boundaries. For example, let's have regular check-ins to talk about our desires and any changes we might have. Practical steps for understanding differing desires. 1. Create a safe space for discussion. Choose a comfortable, private setting for conversations. Ensure both partners feel relaxed and safe. 2. Encourage honest expression. Encourage each other to share thoughts and fantasies without fear of judgment. Foster an environment of honesty and openness. 3. Ask open-ended questions. Use questions that require more than a yes or no answer. Delve deeper into each other's preferences. 4. Listen actively. Give your full attention, make eye contact, and respond thoughtfully. Show that you value your partner's feelings and perspectives. 5. Share your own desires. Be honest about your own fantasies and preferences. Create a balanced dialogue of mutual sharing. 6. Acknowledge and validate feelings. Use affirming statements to acknowledge your partner's feelings. Show respect for their perspective. 7. Avoid judgments and criticisms. Focus on understanding rather than judging or criticizing. Maintain a positive and supportive dialogue. 8. Find common ground. Look for areas of overlap in your desires and fantasies. Create shared experiences that both partners can enjoy. 9. Be open to compromise. Be willing to make adjustments and find middle ground. Balance differing desires to ensure mutual satisfaction. 10. Revisit the conversation regularly. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss any changes in desires or boundaries. Ensure both partners' desires and boundaries are respected and understood. By fostering open dialogue and respecting each other's differences, couples can create a supportive and accepting environment that enhances their emotional and physical connection. This approach ensures that both partners feel valued, understood, and satisfied, promoting a healthy and fulfilling intimate relationship. Negotiation and compromise. Introduction, negotiation, and compromise are essential skills for maintaining a healthy and balanced intimate relationship. By finding mutually agreeable solutions and respecting personal boundaries, couples can navigate their differences and enhance their connection. This guide explores the importance of mutual agreement and setting limits, offering practical strategies for effective negotiation and compromise in intimate relationships. Mutual agreement. Negotiate and find mutually agreeable solutions. Compromise where possible without compromising personal boundaries. Mutual agreement fosters cooperation, understanding, and respect between partners. 1. Identify common goals. Why it matters. Identifying common goals helps both partners focus on shared objectives, making it easier to find mutually satisfying solutions. How to implement. Discuss and agree on what both partners want to achieve. For example, let's talk about what we both want to get out of our intimate time and find ways to make it enjoyable for both of us. 2. Communicate openly and honestly. Why it matters. Open and honest communication ensures that both partners clearly understand each other's needs and desires. How to implement. Share your thoughts and listen to your partner without judgment. For example, I feel that we should try to balance our needs and desires. What do you think? 3. Explore different options. Why it matters. Exploring various options allows both partners to consider different approaches and find the best solution. How to implement. Brainstorm multiple solutions and discuss their potential benefits and drawbacks. For example, let's brainstorm a few different ways we can address this issue and see what works best for both of us. 4. Be willing to compromise. Why it matters. Compromise involves finding middle ground that accommodates both partners' preferences while respecting personal boundaries. How to implement. Show willingness to make adjustments and meet halfway. For example, I'm willing to try this if we can also include something that I enjoy. Can we find a balance? 5. Ensure mutual satisfaction. Why it matters. Ensuring mutual satisfaction helps maintain a balanced relationship where both partners feel valued and respected. How to implement. Regularly check in to ensure that both partners are happy with the solutions. For example, how do you feel about our current arrangement? Is there anything we need to adjust to make it better for both of us? Setting limits. Clearly define what activities are acceptable and which are off-limits. Ensure both partners agree and respect these limits. Setting limits helps maintain trust and safety in the relationship. 1. Discuss boundaries openly. Why it matters. Open discussions about boundaries ensure that both partners understand and respect each other's limits. How to implement. Have a candid conversation about what you are comfortable with and what you are not. For example, let's talk about our boundaries and what activities we feel comfortable with. 2. Define acceptable activities. Why it matters. Clearly defining acceptable activities helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures mutual consent. How to implement. List the activities you are both comfortable with and agree on them. For example, I'm comfortable with these activities. How do you feel about them? 3. Respect off-limits activities. Why it matters. Respecting off-limits activities shows that you honor your partner's boundaries and prioritize their comfort. How to implement. Clearly state and respect activities that are off-limits. For example, I'm not comfortable with this activity, and I hope you can respect that. 4. Revisit and adjust limits. Why it matters. Regularly revisiting and adjusting limits ensures that they remain relevant and respectful of both partners' evolving comfort levels. How to implement. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss any changes in boundaries. For example, let's revisit our boundaries and see if anything has changed for us. 5. Ensure mutual agreement and respect. Why it matters. Mutual agreement and respect for limits maintain trust and safety in the relationship, fostering a supportive environment. How to implement. Ensure both partners agree on and respect the defined limits. For example, I respect your boundaries, and I'm grateful that you respect mine. Let's continue to communicate openly about this. Practical steps for negotiation and compromise. 1. Identify common goals. Discuss and agree on shared objectives. Focus on what both partners want to achieve. 2. Communicate openly and honestly. Share your thoughts and listen to your partner without judgment. Ensure clear understanding of each other's needs and desires. 3. Explore different options. Brainstorm multiple solutions and discuss their potential benefits and drawbacks. Consider different approaches to find the best solution. 4. Be willing to compromise. Show willingness to make adjustments and meet halfway. Find middle ground that accommodates both partners' preferences. 5. Ensure mutual satisfaction. Regularly check in to ensure both partners are happy with the solutions. Make adjustments as needed to maintain mutual satisfaction. 6. Discuss boundaries openly. Have a candid conversation about comfort levels and boundaries. Ensure both partners understand and respect each other's limits. 7. Define acceptable activities. List and agree on the activities both partners are comfortable with. Prevent misunderstandings by clearly defining acceptable activities. 8. Respect off-limits activities. Clearly state and respect activities that are off-limits. Show honor for your partner's boundaries and prioritize their comfort. 9. Revisit and adjust limits. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss any changes in boundaries. Ensure limits remain relevant and respectful of evolving comfort levels. 10. Ensure mutual agreement and respect. Ensure both partners agree on and respect the defined limits. Foster a supportive environment through mutual agreement and respect. By practicing negotiation and compromise, couples can find mutually agreeable solutions and maintain a balanced, respectful, and fulfilling intimate relationship. This approach ensures that both partners feel valued, understood, and satisfied, promoting a healthy and enduring connection. Managing expectations. Introduction. Managing expectations in an intimate relationship is crucial for fostering trust, respect, and mutual satisfaction. Setting realistic expectations about what each partner is willing to do ensures that both individuals feel comfortable and respected. Patience and understanding further enhance this process, allowing time for both partners to adjust and become comfortable with new activities. This guide explores the importance of realistic expectations and patience, offering practical strategies for managing expectations in intimate relationships. Realistic expectations. Set realistic expectations about what each partner is willing to do. Avoid pressuring your partner into activities they are uncomfortable with. Realistic expectations help maintain a respectful and supportive environment, ensuring mutual comfort and consent. 1. Discuss preferences and boundaries. Why it matters. Understanding each other's preferences and boundaries helps set realistic expectations and prevents misunderstandings. How to implement. Have an open conversation about your likes, dislikes, and boundaries. For example, let's talk about what we both enjoy and what our boundaries are. 2. Acknowledge individual differences. Why it matters. Recognizing that each partner has unique desires and comfort levels ensures that expectations are tailored to individual needs. How to implement. Accept and respect your partner's differences. For example, I understand that we have different preferences, and that's okay. Let's find what works for both of us. 3. Avoid pressuring your partner. Why it matters. Pressuring your partner into activities they are uncomfortable with can damage trust and create resentment. How to implement. Ensure that all activities are consensual and mutually agreed upon. For example, I want to make sure you're comfortable with this. If you're not, we don't have to do it. 4. Set achievable goals. Why it matters. Setting achievable goals helps manage expectations and allows for gradual progress, making it easier for both partners to adapt. How to implement. Break down activities into smaller, manageable steps. For example, let's start with this small change and see how we feel before moving on to something more intense. 5. Communicate clearly and honestly. Why it matters. Clear and honest communication ensures that both partners understand each other's expectations and can address any concerns. How to implement. Regularly discuss your feelings and expectations with your partner. For example, I want to be honest about what I'm comfortable with and hear what you're comfortable with too. Patience and understanding. Be patient and understanding. Allow time for each partner to become comfortable with new activities. Patience and understanding foster a supportive and empathetic environment, promoting mutual growth and satisfaction. 1. Allow time for adjustment. Why it matters. Allowing time for adjustment ensures that both partners can gradually become comfortable with new activities, reducing anxiety and pressure. How to implement. Take things slowly and respect your partner's pace. For example, we can take our time with this and move at a pace that feels right for both of us. 2. Show empathy. Why it matters. Showing empathy demonstrates that you care about your partner's feelings and experiences, strengthening emotional intimacy. How to implement. Acknowledge your partner's feelings and provide support. For example, I understand this might be new or uncomfortable for you. I'm here to support you no matter what. 3. Celebrate small wins. Why it matters. Celebrating small wins reinforces positive behavior and progress, encouraging further exploration and growth. How to implement. Acknowledge and celebrate each step forward. For example, I'm really proud of us for trying this new thing together. Let's celebrate our progress. 4. Be flexible. Why it matters. Flexibility allows both partners to adapt to changing comfort levels and preferences, ensuring that the relationship remains dynamic and satisfying. How to implement. Be open to adjusting plans and trying different approaches. For example, if this doesn't work for us, we can always try something else. Let's keep experimenting. 5. Provide reassurance. Why it matters. Reassurance helps your partner feel safe and valued, promoting a trusting and supportive relationship. How to implement. Offer comforting words and actions to reassure your partner. For example, I'm here for you, and we'll get through this together. Your comfort and happiness are important to me. Practical steps for managing expectations. 1. Discuss preferences and boundaries. Have an open conversation about likes, dislikes, and boundaries. Understand each other's comfort levels. 2. Acknowledge individual differences. Recognize and respect each partner's unique desires. Tailor expectations to individual needs. 3. Avoid pressuring your partner. Ensure all activities are consensual and mutually agreed upon. Refrain from pressuring your partner into uncomfortable activities. 4. Set achievable goals. Break down activities into smaller, manageable steps. Allow for gradual progress. 5. Communicate clearly and honestly. Regularly discuss feelings and expectations. Ensure mutual understanding of each other's expectations. 6. Allow time for adjustment. Take things slowly and respect your partner's pace. Reduce anxiety and pressure by allowing time for adjustment. 7. Show empathy. Acknowledge your partner's feelings and provide support. Strengthen emotional intimacy through empathy. 8. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate each step forward. Reinforce positive behavior and progress. 9. Be flexible. Be open to adjusting plans and trying different approaches. Adapt to changing comfort levels and preferences. 10. Provide reassurance. Offer comforting words and actions to reassure your partner. Promote a trusting and supportive relationship. By setting realistic expectations and practicing patience and understanding, couples can create a supportive and respectful environment that fosters mutual growth and satisfaction. This approach ensures that both partners feel valued, understood, and comfortable, promoting a healthy and fulfilling intimate relationship. Conflict resolution strategies. Introduction conflict is a natural part of any relationship, including intimate ones. How couples handle conflicts can significantly impact the health and longevity of their relationship. Effective conflict resolution involves calm discussions and seeking compromises that address both partners' needs. By approaching conflicts with respect and a willingness to find mutually beneficial solutions, couples can strengthen their bond and enhance their understanding of each other. This guide explores the importance of calm discussions and seeking compromise, offering practical strategies for resolving conflicts in a constructive and respectful manner. Calm discussions. Discuss conflicts calmly and respectfully. Avoid raising voices or using hurtful language. Calm discussions help maintain a respectful and productive environment, making it easier to resolve conflicts and find solutions. 1. Stay calm and composed. Why it matters. Staying calm and composed helps prevent the escalation of conflicts and maintains a respectful atmosphere. How to implement. Take deep breaths and focus on remaining calm before and during the discussion. For example, let's take a moment to calm down before we continue this conversation. 2. Use I statements. Why it matters. Using I statements focuses on your feelings and experiences, reducing the likelihood of your partner feeling blamed or attacked. How to implement. Start sentences with I feel or I am to express your perspective. For example, I feel hurt when we argue about this because it makes me feel unimportant. 3. Listen actively. Why it matters. Active listening shows that you value your partner's perspective and helps you understand their feelings and concerns. How to implement. Make eye contact, nod, and use verbal acknowledgments to show you are listening. For example, I hear you, and I understand why this is important to you. 4. Avoid hurtful language. Why it matters. Hurtful language can damage trust and escalate conflicts, making it harder to resolve issues. How to implement. Choose your words carefully and avoid name-calling or insults. For example, let's focus on the issue without using hurtful language. 5. Take breaks if needed. Why it matters. Taking breaks can help both partners calm down and approach the discussion with a clear mind. How to implement. Agree to take a short break if the discussion becomes too heated. For example, let's take a 10-minute break and then come back to this discussion with a fresh perspective. Seek compromise. Look for win-win solutions where both partners feel their needs are addressed. Seeking compromise ensures that both partners feel valued and respected, fostering a sense of partnership and collaboration. 1. Identify common goals. Why it matters. Identifying common goals helps both partners focus on shared objectives, making it easier to find mutually satisfying solutions. How to implement. Discuss what both partners want to achieve and find common ground. For example, we both want to feel understood and respected. Let's find a solution that works for both of us. 2. Explore different options. Why it matters. Exploring various options allows both partners to consider different approaches and find the best solution. How to implement. Brainstorm multiple solutions and discuss their potential benefits and drawbacks. For example, Let's come up with a few ideas and see which one addresses both of our needs. 3. Be willing to compromise. Why it matters. Compromise involves finding middle ground that accommodates both partners' preferences while respecting personal boundaries. How to implement. Show willingness to make adjustments and meet halfway. For example, I'm willing to try this approach if we can also include something that's important to me. Can we find a balance? 4. Evaluate solutions together. Why it matters. Evaluating solutions together ensures that both partners feel involved in the decision-making process and that the chosen solution is mutually satisfactory. How to implement. Discuss the pros and cons of each solution and decide together which one to implement. For example, let's weigh the pros and cons of each option and decide which one works best for both of us. 5. Follow up and adjust. Why it matters. Following up on the chosen solution and making adjustments as needed ensures that it remains effective and relevant. How to implement. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss the effectiveness of the solution and make necessary adjustments. For example, let's check in next week to see how this solution is working and make any needed changes. Practical steps for conflict resolution strategies. 1. Stay calm and composed. Take deep breaths and focus on remaining calm. Prevent the escalation of conflicts by maintaining composure. 2. Use I statements. Start sentences with I feel or I am to express your perspective. Reduce the likelihood of your partner feeling blamed or attacked. 3. Listen actively. Make eye contact, nod, and use verbal acknowledgments. Show that you value your partner's perspective and understand their feelings. 4. Avoid hurtful language. Choose words carefully and avoid name-calling or insults. Maintain a respectful and productive atmosphere. 5. Take breaks if needed. Agree to take short breaks if the discussion becomes too heated. Approach the discussion with a clearer mind after a break. 6. Identify common goals. Discuss and find common ground to focus on shared objectives. Make it easier to find mutually satisfying solutions. 7. Explore different options. Brainstorm multiple solutions and discuss their potential benefits and drawbacks. Consider different approaches to find the best solution. 8. Be willing to compromise. Show willingness to make adjustments and meet halfway. Find middle ground that accommodates both partners' preferences. 9. Evaluate solutions together. Discuss the pros and cons of each solution and decide together. Ensure the chosen solution is mutually satisfactory. 10. Follow up and adjust. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss the effectiveness of the solution. Make necessary adjustments to keep the solution effective and relevant. By practicing calm discussions and seeking compromise, couples can resolve conflicts in a constructive and respectful manner. This approach fosters mutual respect, understanding, and collaboration, promoting a healthy and fulfilling relationship. Recognizing the need for help. Introduction. In any relationship, there are times when conflicts or discomforts persist despite sincere efforts to resolve them. Recognizing when these issues require professional intervention is crucial for maintaining a healthy and fulfilling relationship. Persistent issues, particularly those that significantly impact the overall relationship, may benefit from the expertise of a therapist or counselor. This guide explores the importance of recognizing the need for help, offering practical strategies for identifying persistent issues and understanding their impact on the relationship. Persistent issues. Recognize when conflicts or discomfort persist despite efforts to resolve them. Persistent issues may require professional intervention. Acknowledging the need for help is a proactive step towards fostering a healthier relationship. 1. Identify recurring conflicts. Why it matters. Recurring conflicts indicate underlying issues that are not being resolved and may require professional help to address. How to implement. Keep track of conflicts that repeatedly arise and seem to remain unresolved. For example, we've been having the same argument about intimacy for months now, and it's not getting better. 2. Acknowledge failed resolutions. Why it matters. If multiple attempts to resolve an issue fail, It may indicate that the problem is more complex and requires external assistance. How to implement. Reflect on past efforts to resolve the issue and acknowledge when they have not worked. For example, we've tried different approaches, but nothing seems to improve our situation. 3. Observe emotional distress. Why it matters. Persistent emotional distress in either partner can signify deeper issues that need professional intervention. How to implement. Pay attention to signs of ongoing sadness, anxiety, or frustration related to unresolved conflicts. For example, I've noticed that you seem really upset about this issue all the time. 4. Note impact on daily life. Why it matters. When unresolved issues start affecting daily life and functioning, it's a clear sign that help is needed. How to implement. Identify how the persistent issue is impacting everyday activities and overall well-being. For example, our conflicts about intimacy are starting to affect our daily routines and happiness. 5. Discuss willingness to seek help. Why it matters. Openly discussing the possibility of seeking professional help shows a commitment to improving the relationship. How to implement. Have a candid conversation about the potential benefits of therapy or counseling. For example, I think we might benefit from talking to a professional about this. What do you think? Impact on relationship. If sexual issues significantly impact the overall relationship, consider seeking help. Understanding the broader impact of unresolved issues can motivate couples to seek the necessary support. 1. Assess relationship satisfaction. Why it matters. Regularly assessing overall relationship satisfaction can help identify when unresolved issues are negatively impacting the relationship. How to implement. Take time to reflect on your overall happiness and satisfaction in the relationship. For example, lately, I've been feeling less satisfied in our relationship because of our ongoing conflicts. 2. Evaluate communication breakdown. Why it matters. Communication breakdowns often indicate deeper issues that may benefit from professional guidance. How to implement. Notice when communication becomes strained or ineffective. For example, we seem to be arguing more and not really listening to each other anymore. 3. Recognize reduced intimacy. Why it matters. Reduced intimacy and connection can signify that unresolved issues are damaging the relationship. How to implement. Observe changes in your level of intimacy and emotional closeness. For example, I feel like we're not as close as we used to be, and it's affecting our relationship. 4. Identify negative patterns. Why it matters. Recognizing negative patterns, such as repeated arguments or avoidance, can highlight the need for professional help. How to implement. Reflect on recurring negative behaviors and patterns in the relationship. For example, we keep having the same fight and then avoiding each other. This pattern isn't healthy. 5. Seek external perspective. Why it matters. A professional can offer an unbiased perspective and strategies to address persistent issues. How to implement. Research and consider consulting a therapist or counselor. For example, I've read about couples therapy, and I think it could help us understand and resolve our issues better. Practical steps for recognizing the need for help. 1. Identify recurring conflicts. Keep track of conflicts that repeatedly arise. Recognize when issues remain unresolved. 2. Acknowledge failed resolutions. Reflect on past efforts to resolve the issue. Accept when multiple attempts have not worked. 3. Observe emotional distress. Pay attention to ongoing sadness, anxiety, or frustration. Identify signs of persistent emotional distress. 4. Note impact on daily life. Assess how unresolved issues affect daily activities and well-being. Recognize the broader impact on daily life. 5. Discuss willingness to seek help. Have a candid conversation about seeking professional help. Show a commitment to improving the relationship. 6. Assess relationship satisfaction. Reflect on overall happiness and satisfaction in the relationship. Identify when unresolved issues impact relationship satisfaction. 7. Evaluate communication breakdown. Notice when communication becomes strained or ineffective. Recognize signs of communication breakdown. 8. Recognize reduced intimacy. Observe changes in intimacy and emotional closeness. Identify when reduced intimacy impacts the relationship. 9. Identify negative patterns. Reflect on recurring negative behaviors and patterns. Recognize unhealthy patterns in the relationship. 10. Seek external perspective. Research and consider consulting a therapist or counselor. Understand the benefits of an unbiased professional perspective. By recognizing when conflicts or discomfort persist and understanding their impact on the relationship, couples can take proactive steps towards seeking professional help. This approach fosters a supportive and healthy environment, ensuring that both partners feel valued, understood, and satisfied, promoting a lasting and fulfilling relationship. Types of professional help. Introduction: seeking professional help is a vital step for couples facing persistent issues that impact their relationship and sexual intimacy. Different types of professional assistance can address specific needs and provide valuable insights and strategies for improvement. This guide explores the various types of professional help available, including sex therapists, couples counselors, and support groups, detailing how each can contribute to resolving issues and enhancing relationship satisfaction. Sex therapists. Sex therapists specialize in addressing sexual issues and can provide valuable insights and strategies. They help individuals and couples understand and navigate their sexual concerns, promoting healthier and more satisfying intimate relationships. 1. Expertise in sexual issues. Why it matters. Sex therapists have specialized training in sexual health, allowing them to address a wide range of sexual concerns effectively. How to implement. Seek out a certified sex therapist with experience in the specific issues you are facing. For example, we're struggling with mismatched libido. A sex therapist could help us understand and manage this issue better. 2. Personalized treatment plans. Why it matters. Sex therapists tailor their approach to the unique needs of each individual or couple, providing customized strategies for improvement. How to implement. Work with the therapist to develop a personalized treatment plan that addresses your specific concerns. For example, our therapist suggested exercises and communication techniques tailored to our needs. 3. Improving communication. Why it matters. Effective communication about sexual issues is crucial for resolving them and enhancing intimacy. How to implement. Participate in therapy sessions that focus on improving communication skills related to sexual matters. For example, we're learning how to talk about our sexual needs more openly and effectively. 4. Addressing psychological factors. Why it matters. Psychological factors such as anxiety, depression, or past trauma can significantly impact sexual health. How to implement. Address underlying psychological issues with the help of a sex therapist. For example, our therapist is helping us work through anxiety that affects our intimacy. 5. Providing education and resources. Why it matters. Knowledge about sexual health and intimacy can empower couples to make informed decisions and improve their sexual relationship. How to implement. Utilize educational resources and recommendations provided by the therapist. For example, we've been reading the materials our therapist recommended, and it's really helping us understand each other better. Couples counselors. Couples counselors can help address broader relationship issues that may affect sexual intimacy. They provide guidance and strategies for improving overall relationship dynamics, which in turn can enhance sexual satisfaction. 1. Holistic relationship focus. Why it matters. Couples counselors address a wide range of relationship issues, providing a comprehensive approach to improving intimacy. How to implement. Choose a couples counselor who can address both sexual and non-sexual aspects of your relationship. For example, our counselor is helping us with communication, trust, and intimacy. 2. Conflict resolution skills. Why it matters. Effective conflict resolution is crucial for maintaining a healthy relationship and reducing stress that can impact sexual intimacy. How to implement. Participate in sessions that focus on developing conflict resolution skills. For example, we're learning new ways to resolve our disagreements without letting them affect our intimacy. 3. Strengthening emotional connection. Why it matters. A strong emotional connection is the foundation of a satisfying sexual relationship. How to implement. Engage in exercises and discussions that enhance emotional intimacy. For example, our counselor suggested activities to help us reconnect emotionally, which has improved our sexual relationship. 4. Building trust and security. Why it matters. Trust and security are essential for a healthy, intimate relationship. How to implement. Work on building trust and creating a safe environment with the guidance of a couples counselor. For example, we're focusing on rebuilding trust after some past issues, and it's making a big difference. 5. Setting realistic expectations. Why it matters. Setting realistic expectations helps prevent disappointment and frustration, fostering a healthier relationship dynamic. How to implement. Discuss and align expectations with the help of the counselor. For example, we're setting more realistic expectations for our relationship, which has reduced a lot of pressure. Support groups. Joining support groups can provide additional perspectives and support from others facing similar challenges. Support groups offer a sense of community and shared experiences, helping individuals and couples feel less isolated. 1. Shared experiences and empathy. Why it matters. Hearing from others who face similar challenges can provide comfort and a sense of belonging. How to implement. Join a support group that aligns with your specific issues. For example, joining a support group for couples with sexual intimacy issues has been really comforting. 2. Learning from others. Why it matters. Learning from the experiences and strategies of others can provide new insights and approaches to resolving issues. How to implement. Actively participate in group discussions and share experiences. For example, we've learned some great tips from other couples in our support group. 3. Building a support network. Why it matters. A strong support network can provide ongoing encouragement and motivation to address and resolve issues. How to implement. Develop connections with group members and seek mutual support. For example, we've made some good friends in our support group who understand what we're going through. 4. Access to resources. Why it matters. Support groups often provide access to additional resources such as books, articles, and workshops. How to implement. Take advantage of the resources offered by the support group. For example, our support group recommended some great books that have helped us understand our issues better. 5. Encouragement and accountability. Why it matters. Support groups can offer encouragement and accountability, helping individuals and couples stay committed to improving their relationship. How to implement. Share your goals and progress with the group to receive encouragement and support. For example, sharing our progress with the group keeps us motivated and accountable. Practical steps for seeking professional help. 1. Identify your needs. Assess whether your issues are primarily sexual, relational, or both. Determine which type of professional help aligns best with your needs. 2. Research professionals. Look for certified sex therapists, experienced couples counselors, or reputable support groups. Consider recommendations from trusted sources or professional organizations. 3. Schedule initial consultations. Arrange initial meetings with potential therapists or counselors to find a good fit. Attend a support group meeting to see if it meets your needs. 4. Commit to the process. Engage actively in therapy or counseling sessions. Participate fully in support group activities and discussions. 5. Follow through with recommendations. Implement strategies and exercises suggested by professionals. Utilize educational resources and support materials provided. 6. Regularly assess progress. Evaluate the effectiveness of the professional help you are receiving. Adjust your approach or seek additional support if needed. By understanding the different types of professional help available, couples can choose the best approach for their specific needs. Whether through sex therapy, couples counseling, or support groups, seeking professional assistance can provide valuable insights, strategies, and support, fostering a healthier and more fulfilling relationship. Benefits of professional help. Introduction. Seeking professional help for relationship and sexual issues can be a transformative step towards a healthier, more fulfilling partnership. Professionals bring expertise, objectivity, and tailored strategies to address specific concerns, facilitating improved communication and deeper understanding between partners. This guide explores the key benefits of professional help, highlighting the objective perspective, tailored strategies, and improved communication that professionals offer. Objective perspective. Professionals offer an objective perspective and can identify underlying issues that may not be apparent. Their unbiased viewpoint helps couples see their situation more clearly and work towards effective solutions. 1. Unbiased assessment. Why it matters. An objective perspective helps couples understand their issues without the influence of personal biases and emotions. How to implement. Engage with a professional who can assess your relationship dynamics impartially. For example, our therapist pointed out patterns we didn't notice, helping us see our issues more clearly. 2. Identifying root causes. Why it matters. Professionals can identify underlying issues that contribute to conflicts and dissatisfaction, allowing for more effective resolution. How to implement. Allow the professional to explore the deeper aspects of your relationship to uncover root causes. For example, our counselor helped us realize that our communication issues stem from past unresolved conflicts. 3. Providing insightful feedback. Why it matters. Insightful feedback from a professional can provide clarity and new perspectives on relationship challenges. How to implement. Be open to receiving and reflecting on feedback from your therapist or counselor. For example, the feedback from our therapist helped us understand each other's needs better. 4. Neutral mediation. Why it matters. Professionals can mediate discussions, ensuring both partners feel heard and respected, which is crucial for resolving conflicts. How to implement. Utilize the professional's mediation skills during sessions to facilitate productive discussions. For example, our counselor mediated our discussion, helping us communicate without escalating into an argument. 5. Breaking negative patterns. Why it matters. An objective perspective helps in identifying and breaking negative patterns that couples might be stuck in. How to implement. Work with the professional to recognize and change harmful patterns in your relationship. For example, our therapist helped us break the cycle of blame and defensiveness. Tailored strategies. Professionals provide tailored strategies and techniques to address specific concerns and improve the sexual relationship. These personalized approaches are designed to meet the unique needs of each couple. 1. Customized treatment plans. Why it matters. Customized treatment plans ensure that strategies are specifically designed to address the unique issues of each couple. How to implement. Collaborate with the professional to develop a treatment plan tailored to your needs. For example, our therapist created a plan that focuses on improving our intimacy and trust. 2. Specific techniques and exercises. Why it matters. Targeted techniques and exercises can effectively address specific concerns, such as communication problems or sexual dissatisfaction. How to implement. Practice the techniques and exercises recommended by the professional. For example, we've been doing the communication exercises our counselor suggested, and they're really helping. 3. Behavioral interventions. Why it matters. Behavioral interventions can help change negative behaviors and reinforce positive ones, leading to healthier relationship dynamics. How to implement. Implement behavioral interventions as guided by the professional. For example, we're using the positive reinforcement techniques our therapist taught us to encourage better communication. 4. Educational resources. Why it matters. Educational resources provide valuable information and insights that can help couples understand and improve their relationship. How to implement. Utilize books, articles, and other resources recommended by the professional. For example, reading the materials our counselor recommended has given us new ideas for enhancing our relationship. 5. Ongoing support and adjustments. Why it matters. Ongoing support and adjustments ensure that the strategies remain effective and relevant as the relationship evolves. How to implement. Regularly check in with the professional to review progress and make necessary adjustments. For example, We have follow-up sessions with our therapist to ensure we're on the right track. Improved communication. Professional help can enhance communication skills, fostering a healthier and more fulfilling relationship. Effective communication is the foundation of resolving conflicts and deepening intimacy. 1. Communication skills training. Why it matters. Training in communication skills helps couples express themselves more clearly and listen more effectively. How to implement. Participate in sessions focused on building communication skills. For example, our counselor taught us active listening techniques that have improved our conversations. 2. Conflict resolution techniques. Why it matters. Learning conflict resolution techniques helps couples manage disagreements constructively, reducing stress and resentment. How to implement. Apply conflict resolution techniques in your daily interactions. For example, we're using the conflict resolution strategies we learned to handle our disagreements better. 3. Emotional expression and empathy. Why it matters. Improved emotional expression and empathy enhance understanding and connection between partners. How to implement. Practice expressing emotions and showing empathy during discussions. For example, we're focusing on expressing our feelings and empathizing with each other's perspectives. 4. Building trust and transparency. Why it matters. Open and honest communication builds trust and transparency, which are essential for a healthy relationship. How to implement. Commit to being transparent and trustworthy in your communications. For example, we're making an effort to be more open and honest with each other about our needs and concerns. 5. Maintaining open dialogue. Why it matters. Maintaining an open dialogue ensures that issues are addressed promptly and do not escalate. How to implement. Keep lines of communication open and regularly discuss any concerns. For example, we've agreed to have weekly check-ins to discuss how we're feeling and any issues that arise. Practical steps for benefiting from professional help. 1. Seek objective assessment. Engage with a professional for an unbiased assessment of your relationship dynamics. Allow the professional to explore deeper aspects to uncover root causes. 2. Develop customized treatment plans. Collaborate with the professional to create a tailored treatment plan. Focus on specific concerns with personalized strategies. 3. Practice specific techniques. Implement techniques and exercises recommended by the professional. Use targeted strategies to address specific issues. 4. Utilize educational resources. Read books, articles, and other resources recommended by the professional. Gain new insights and ideas for improving your relationship. 5. Maintain ongoing support. Schedule regular follow-up sessions to review progress and adjust strategies. Ensure continued effectiveness and relevance of the strategies. 6. Enhance communication skills. Participate in communication skills training sessions. Apply learned techniques to improve daily interactions. 7. Use conflict resolution techniques. Implement conflict resolution strategies in your relationship. Manage disagreements constructively. 8. Express emotions and show empathy. Practice emotional expression and empathy. Enhance understanding and connection. 9. Build trust and transparency. Commit to open and honest communication. Foster trust and transparency in the relationship. 10. Maintain an open dialogue. Keep lines of communication open and regularly discuss concerns. Address issues promptly to prevent escalation. By leveraging the benefits of professional help, couples can gain valuable insights, tailored strategies, and improved communication skills, leading to a healthier, more fulfilling relationship. This proactive approach ensures that both partners feel valued, understood, and supported, promoting a lasting and satisfying connection.